The Harper family, John, Mary, and their two children, Billy and Lily, arrived at their new home. It was a grand old Victorian house full of shadows and whispers of a forgotten era.
I love the intricate woodwork and spacious rooms.
Mary, however, felt a shiver run down her spine as they crossed the threshold. Billy and Lily, oblivious to their mother's unease, were thrilled with the sprawling house. They raced through the empty rooms, their laughter echoing in the silence.
That night, as Mary tucked the children into their beds, she noticed Lily staring at the wall, a crease forming on her forehead.
Mommy, I hear voices.
Mary dismissed it as childish imagination. Old houses creaked and groaned, and their imaginations were running wild. But deep down, a seed of unease had been planted. The whispers started subtly, a faint murmuring in the dead of night, brushed aside as the wind whistling through the eaves. But as days turned into weeks, the whispers grew louder, more insistent. One night John woke with a start. He could have sworn he heard his name, breathed like a sigh against his ear. He sat up in bed, his heart pounding. The room was dark, the only sound the steady breathing of his wife beside him. He told himself it was just a dream, the remnants of stress from the move.
But the next day, Mary confessed she had heard it too. The whispers seemed to emanate from the walls themselves, weaving their way through the house, slithering under doors and through keyholes.
Fear, insidious and cold, began to take root in their hearts. The house, once a source of excitement and anticipation, now felt oppressive, suffocating. Determined to uncover the truth, John delved into the history of the house. In the local library, dusty archives revealed a tragic tale. Decades ago, a fire had ripped through the house, claiming the lives of a family who resided within its walls. The parents and their 3 children, their escape cut short by a collapsed staircase. The tragedy had shaken the small town, and the house had remained empty ever since, shrouded in whispers and speculation. John felt a chill as he read the account, the stark black and white words painting a vivid picture of that horrific night.
He realized the whispers were not figments of their imagination. They were echoes of a tragedy, the remnants of souls lost and forgotten. As he drove home, his mind raced. He had to tell Mary. They had to do something. The weight of the knowledge pressed down on him, heavy and suffocating. He only hoped it wasn't too late.
The whispers soon turned into visions.
One evening I saw a young girl, her face smudged with soot, standing at the foot of my bed. She didn't speak, but her eyes held a depth of sadness that chilled me to the bone.
Lily too began seeing things.
I would point to empty corners, giggling at unseen companions. But their laughter, it wasn't right. It was no longer the carefree laughter of children, but a hollow echo of something unsettling.
John and Mary, their initial skepticism replaced with growing dread, realized they were dealing with something beyond their comprehension. Sleep offered no respite. Nightmares plagued them, vivid and terrifying. The house was no longer a home but a prison, the walls closing in, suffocating them with their unseen occupants. Driven to desperation, John and Mary sought help from the town's oldest resident, a woman rumored to possess an uncanny understanding of the spirit world. She listened intently to their tale, her gaze unwavering.
They are trapped, bound to this house by their unfinished business.
Following her instructions, John and Mary organized a séance, a beacon of light and hope in the suffocating darkness. They spoke to the unseen presences, acknowledging their pain, their loss. As they spoke, the air grew heavy, charged with an unseen energy. Then, as suddenly as it began, the oppressive atmosphere lifted. The whispers ceased, the visions stopped. The house was silent, but it was a peaceful silence.
Billy and Lily no longer seemed afraid. They slept soundly, their laughter returning to its former innocence.
The trapped souls, finally freed from their earthly tethers, had found peace. And the Harper family, forever marked by their encounter with the other side, had found a new appreciation for the thin veil that separates the living from the dead.